Everyone, we are still working on fractions. We're on page 47 and we're working with twelfths. So the same as before, except 12 pieces now instead of 9 or 6 or 3. So question 1 is really easy. You've done it before. It says what fraction is coloured yellow and what fraction is coloured red. So if I were you, I'd do 1a, yellow equals however many over 12, red equals however many over 12. So let's say if there was one yellow one, it would be 1 over 12. And if there were 11 red ones, 11 over 12. So 1/12, 11/12. Just put in yellow equals, red equals. Because if you put the I and this one, it's kind of a bit confusing. So just do yellow equals, red equals. Question 2, you're going to have to draw this circle. If you want to make it easier, you can draw this shape, a rectangle instead. Because the circles are pretty hard to do. It's like a clock, I suppose, but if you want to do it this way, it doesn't make a difference to me. So then you're going to colour in 6/12, 3/12, 9/12. So you're going to colour in 9 out of the 12 sections, 3 out of the 12 sections, 6 out of the 12 sections, and so on. Now, question 4, 5, and 6 are all the same type of question, but there's something new, so I have to explain that one. This time, usually we have been looking for 1/9 of 18 or 1/9 of 90. So we have the whole number, we know what the big number is, and we want part of it. But now what's new is we want the whole number when we only know part of it. So we don't know what the whole number is. We know what 3/4 of it is or 4/9 of it is, and we have to find the whole number. Now, the way that they explain it to you is in this example up here, and I am going to show it to you, but then I'm going to tell you an easier way to do it. You can choose whichever way that you want to do it. Like usually in maths I always give you a choice on what way you want to do it, but I will tell you that the second way is going to be easier. So the way that they do it is, I've drawn out their 2 examples here so I can explain. So they said 5/6 is 20. So I've drawn a shape that has 6 parts, and I know that altogether I know the amount for 5/6. So to find out how many go into each box, I have to divide 20 by 5. So how many times does 5 fit into 20? 5, 10, 15, 20. It fits in 4 times. So I know that 4 goes into all of these boxes. So from that, I found out that 1/6 of this number is 4. So there's 4 in each box, because 20 divided by 5 equals 4, okay? And now they want to know what 6/6 is, so that's the whole shape. So all I have to do is, if there's 4 in every other box except for the last box, I'm going to also put 4 in here. And then I'm going to count them up. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So 6/6 is 24. So if you're doing it this way, the first step is take the big number, well, the biggest number, it's not the whole number, and divide it by the number on the top. Then you can draw in your groups. Here's another one. This is quarters. 3/4 equals 15. So to find out how many, this was already written in for us. So you would be starting off with a blank. So let's blank it out. You would be starting off with a blank shape. So all I know is that 3/4 is equal to 15. So I'm going to divide 15 by 3. So I'm going to count up in 3 till I get to 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so that's 5. So let me put 5 in each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to double check, is that 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. So 3/4 of this fraction is 15. So I know that 1/4 is 5, because in one part out of 4 there's 5. And I also know that if they are all 5, this one is going to be 5. So I'm going to count them all up. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I know that 4/4 is 20. So that's the first way to do it. It involves dividing and it involves drawing shapes. So that's why I think it's a bit harder. The other way that you can do it is basically the opposite of what we've been doing. So I'm going to stick with, let's say 2/3 equals 18. Okay. So 2/3 equals 18. I'm trying to find 3/3, so I'm going to trying to find out what the whole part is. So what we have been doing before, when we know the whole sum and we want to find part of it, we divide by the bottom and we multiply by the top. But when we only have part of the whole number and we want the full number, we do the opposite. So we divide by the bottom, we divide by the top and we multiply by the bottom. So the opposite of what we've been doing. So 18 divided by 2. I'm gonna do you can do it like this if you want. How many times does 2 fit into 1? How many times does 2 fit into 18? Instead, I'm going to just use my tables. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I see that it fits in 9 times. Okay, and then 9 multiplied by 3. Let's do my 9 times tables. 9, 18, 27. So I have found that if 2/3 of this whole number is 18, then the whole number, or 3/3, equals 27. So if you want to do them all by dividing this number by the number on the top and then putting that amount into each part and figuring out what's left, you can do it that way. Or if you want to do it by getting the biggest number, dividing it by the top and multiplying it by the bottom, that will also give you the same answer, and it's a bit quicker. So it's up to you. And then question 5 and 6 are the same, except they're asking it in words instead of as a sum. So 3/5 of Michael's money is 27 cents. How much money has he altogether? So we only know 3/5 of his money. We don't know it all. We're trying to find out it all. So it means that we have to divide by the top and multiply by the bottom to find out. Or you can draw it like this. It's going to be in fifths. So it's going to be, you could do 5 across in a line if you want to draw it. And then 5/9 of a number is 35. What is the number? Again, we only know a fraction of the number. We don't know the whole number. So we're going to have to divide by the top, multiply by the bottom to find out. So you could either do 35 divided by 5, and when you get the answer, multiply it by 9. Or you can do 35 divided by 5, and then when you get that answer, draw 9 boxes. So let's say something like this. This has 2, 4, well, we could do 3, 3, and 3, okay? So we'd add on an extra box, an extra box, an extra box. And when you divide 35 by 5, whatever answer you get, you're going to put it into these boxes and then figure out what the whole number is from that. Or you can just do divide by the top, multiply by the bottom, which is quicker. But whichever way makes the most sense to you, that's the way that you should stick with.